The clock is ticking. Intelligence analysts worldwide are watching for 6 specific indicators that would signal China is moving from pressure to preparation for a real Taiwan war. And some of these signals can appear long before the first shot is fired. In March 2021, Admiral Philip Davidson warned U.S. lawmakers that China could attempt to take Taiwan within the next several years, a window often summarized as before the end of the decade. That's why 2027 keeps appearing in serious discussions, not as a guaranteed deadline, but as a capability window. An invasion of this scale can't happen without leaving traces. Military movements, economic insulation, cyber positioning, diplomatic signals. Each one is a piece of a larger puzzle. In this video, we'll examine 6 key indicators intelligence agencies watch. Some can flash yellow for years. The danger is when they begin accelerating together. Sign 1. Economic decoupling accelerates. The first sign isn't military. It's economic. Before any major war, Beijing would want to reduce vulnerability to sanctions, asset freezes, and supply shocks. One key metric is U.S. Treasury holdings. At the end of 2024, official U.S. data showed China held about $759 billion in treasuries. A rapid decline, especially over months rather than years, would indicate financial prepositioning. Right now, this indicator is already flashing its earliest yellow signal, as China's treasury holdings have been declining steadily since 2022. Not a red alert, but a baseline shift worth watching. Add to that strategic stockpiling. Not just raw rare earths, but processed materials, industrial chemicals, and components that disappear quickly under sanctions. And finally, energy security. China imports over 70% of its oil. Sudden reserve expansion or abnormal import behavior may indicate war planning, not market forces. Economic insulation takes months. If all 3 indicators suddenly accelerate together, the window may be measured in months, not years. Sign 2. Amphibious warfare surge. This sign is difficult to conceal. A cross-strait invasion demands enormous lift: troops, armor, fuel, ammunition, and follow-on waves. China fields roughly 8 Type 71 landing platform docks and 4 Type 75 amphibious assault ships. About a dozen major platforms. That is not enough on its own, which is why analysts watch civilian roll-on, roll-off ferries. Large-scale requisitioning, rapid military modification, and training that resembles contested landings, not exercises. The warning sign is when these drills scale beyond the normal annual cycle, concentrating forces and shipping in ways that no longer look rotational. The Taiwan Strait spans about 130 kilometers at its narrowest. China would not gamble. It would seek overwhelming lift superiority. Sign 3. Missile repositioning and arsenal surge. Modern war begins with missiles, not ships. China possesses the world's largest land-based missile force. Short-range ballistic missiles, medium-range systems, ground-launched cruise missiles, and more. Analysts often estimate around 1,000 Taiwan-facing short-range missiles, though exact numbers vary. What matters is not the count. It's the movement. Watch for mobile launcher convoys, known as transporter-erector launchers, relocating toward coastal provinces like Fujian. These vehicles allow missiles to be hidden, dispersed, and fired repeatedly. Also watch for new hardened storage sites, fuel logistics expansion, and command infrastructure consistent with sustained bombardment. Not symbolic launches. In August 2022, China fired 11 ballistic missiles following Nancy Pelosi's Taiwan visit. A real pre-war posture would look far more deliberate. Sign 4. Cyber warfare shifts from spying to pre-attack positioning. Cyber activity against Taiwan is constant. The shift to watch for is from espionage to weaponization. That means intrusions targeting industrial control systems, power grids, water treatment, telecommunications, and malware pre-positioned to trigger outages on command. U.S. agencies and major cybersecurity firms have warned that China-linked actors are embedding quietly inside critical infrastructure. The danger is not theft. It's timed disruption. In the opening minutes of a conflict, Taiwan could face simultaneous power failures, communications blackouts, and GPS jamming, all timed to slow mobilization and cloud decision-making. Sign 5. Diplomatic freeze and foreign national warnings. Wars are often signaled diplomatically before they begin, not through speeches, but through patterns. Watch for quiet travel advisories, sudden evacuation guidance to Chinese nationals, diplomatic repositioning, and messaging that shifts from pressure to ultimatum. Russia's February 2022 invasion of Ukraine followed this exact pattern. China would attempt to be subtler, but large movements are difficult to hide. Sign 6. The point of no return. Mass mobilization. This sign would be unmistakable. Large-scale reserve activation, often cited around 510,000, combined with sustained movement toward coastal staging areas. You would see tent cities near embarkation points, fuel and ammunition stockpiles expanding, ports and rail networks reprioritized for military logistics. This cannot be disguised as training, and it cannot be walked back easily. 6 signs, and right now, one of them is already flashing yellow. The next 18 months will tell us if 2027 is just a theory or a timeline. I'll be watching. Will you? If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that like button and subscribe to Vector Military for more in-depth military analysis. Check out these 2 videos on screen for more content like this. Thanks for watching.